1,000 meters
in
in the sky.
कोई की वाली खिंचाई
Go that
मेरा
way.
चश्मा प्लीज
photos and glasses.
So in this video, I will show you the best views that Pamukkale has to offer via a balloon ride. And you can catch one of the most amazing sunrises and sunsets when you're there. So subscribe to the channel and let's get into the video.
Antique pool was absolutely terrible. Do not come here and go into the pools because it's a waste of money. It's not the same as actually sitting in the thermal pools itself, and you're just going to be wasting your time really. So just don't bother, to be honest. And obviously because the sun is setting, I want to actually go to the actual thermal pools and enjoy the beauty of this luscious sunset, and see where that takes me.
I arrived to Pamukkale and to these thermal pools by hiking through the ancient city of Hierapolis, which in my opinion is a hidden gem and a lot less touristy area of this place. And I've vlogged my experience of that place, so please click at the top right hand corner to see that video if you haven't. So after going through Hierapolis, I arrived at the thermal pools. It all looked absolutely luscious and amazing. I was quite tired from the hiking, therefore it was the best time to just sit and relax and enjoy the sunset. And that's exactly what I did. In my humble opinion, this place is criminally underrated, especially during sunset and sunrise. So definitely come here during those hours. Pamukkale actually means the cotton castle in Turkish. And of course the area is actually famous for the carbonate minerals left by the flowing of thermal spring waters. And the water here always remains hot throughout the whole year. And this area has been drawing visitors from all over the world. I'll even go to say that this place is the second most popular destination after Cappadocia in Turkey. So definitely add Pamukkale to your list, as you will not be disappointed. Pamukkale's terraces are made up of travertine, a sedimentary rock deposited by mineral water from hot springs. And there are 17 hot springs in this area, with temperatures ranging from 35 degrees to over 100 degrees Celsius. The water that emerges from the spring is transported 320 meters to the head of the travertine, and it deposits calcium carbonate. And when this water reaches the surface, carbon dioxide degasses from it, and calcium carbonate is deposited. And it is deposited as a soft gel, which eventually crystallizes into the travertine. It's a fascinating geological phenomenon, which makes me question the fact that why isn't this place one of the 7 wonders of the world, especially with this sunset. After a long day of hiking and relaxing, it was time for some food, which looked really appealing and hot, and I enjoyed that food with this amazing tea. It's around about 7 p.m. It's dark outside, and I'm in this Turkish place. There's nobody here, and it's magnificent because there's nobody else to actually kind of disturb me in a sense. To be honest, as most dishes in Turkey, the food wasn't that great, as I like mine with a bit of spice in it.
So it's 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm about to grab or go parachuting, go to a balloon. You can see the morning is coming out right now. You can probably see oh, there it is. Yeah, the moon right there. Absolutely stunning, of course. Yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night, but obviously, you know, I normally don't wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, even though I'd prefer to. Plan is to, of course, go to Pamukkale, the main place with thermal baths, and then grab a parachute, I suppose, hot air balloon, that's a better one, to go to the top and see the sunrise. So I'll let you know how that goes.
Pamukkale in the morning looked absolutely surreal. It was quite chilly and frosty, so I would definitely recommend that you should wear something in the morning as it can get quite cold.
It's not a big deal, then why do you have to
Did you go up yet?
Yeah, yesterday.
We too. Yesterday.
Also,
Yes, it was beautiful. Nice day.
we go for the pool, for the empty pool for swimming.
Yeah, the same.
Very nice place here.
It is.
Yeah.
After being transported from our hotels to this place near the Cotton Castle, we had to wait for the balloon to be fully functional and ready for us to do this. And in order to prepare a hot air balloon for a flight, the balloon's envelope is first laid out on the ground, then partially inflated with cold air using a large fan, and finally the hot air balloon is generated by igniting the propane burners to achieve lift, which is what's happening here. This allows the balloon to stand upright and ready for passengers to board. The pilot then controls the balloon's altitude by adjusting the burner's intensity. And as you can see here, the balloon's fabric is spread out on the ground with the basket attached, and a powerful fan is blowing cold air into the envelope to partially inflate it and give it shape. And you can also see that the pilot is activating the propane burners, heating the air inside the envelope, causing it to rise and fully inflate the balloon. Now with the balloon fully inflated, we were ready to board.
Sick. Whoa.
Not sunrise also.
The balloon ride itself is approximately 1 hour long, and it is shared with 16 to 20 people in that basket. And it cost me 65 euros or 60 pounds.
Umer, good going. Bye, sab log.
This standard balloon ride is actually the most common activity in this town, and the total time that you need to do this activity is around 2.5 hours. And it's very much dependent on the wind speed and the landing area's availability, and it goes up to several thousand feet, as you will see. Wow. When the balloon is ready, the pilot invites you to the basket and informs you about the safety procedures. So it's important to listen carefully about the instructions of the pilot. The sensation of floating above the ground is very calming and a unique experience, especially when you couple it with the Cotton Castle, the white Traventines, and the Heliopolis ancient city in the view. It gives you an unmatched feeling of being above it all. The pilot can turn the balloon using the rotation vents and provides you with a full panoramic view.
Look at that one. It's so close to the pool.
I know, right? I guarantee you.
Look at the ducks.
Give me a second.
Once you're airborne, the pilot points out to the spectacular sights of Pamukkale, from Tavertines of Pamukkale to Heliopolis ancient city and Pool of Cleopatra to ancient theatres of the city. So the flying path has many wonderful things to see, and obviously do not forget this amazing sunrise, which is just the icing on the cake. And the price of €65 includes hotel transfers both ways, watching the hot air balloons inflate, balloon ride, pilot fee, champagne toast, and the flight certificates, which you get right at the end. It was quite a fun ride because the pilot wasn't just taking us a couple of thousand feet in the air. Instead, he was doing tricks with the balloon, hovering it over the lake right next to the Cotton Castle to show you a unique view of the castle that you've never seen before. This 1-hour magical flight over some of the most spectacular scenery you will ever witness anywhere in the world. You ascend from the takeoff point on the local sedimentary rock formations and you float silently upwards to several thousand feet, hovering under the multicolored balloon in a basket that holds many people from different backgrounds of the world. And the pilot was kind enough to point out to the most impressive sights around Pamukkale, such as the Cotton Castle. If it wasn't for those lousy tourists, only the occasional burst from the hot air balloon unit breaks the silence as you behold the sunrise proclaiming the birth of a brand new day. But unfortunately for me, those moments were few and far between. But honestly, the view of the sunrise will take your breath away with its sheer beauty and magnificence of this occasion. For your convenience, I will put the details of the company that I used below. And you know it's genuine because I don't get a commission from it.
Ah, lovely. मुझे काढ़ो. उदास है. डांट के भाव चढ़ी हुई है. तू गुब्बारा पहनता ही नहीं है ना, वैसे बोल रहा है.
Frankly speaking, you can get lucky or unlucky depending on who you end up with in that basket. Unfortunately, on the day we were supposed to do this, there were many other tourists from certain places in the world where they may not get taught proper etiquettes. Therefore, it ruined my experience. And I could also see some of the other members being disappointed by their loudness, which was ruining the whole mood. But gazing upon the horizon, it makes you realize how small your actual life issues are. And this view alone made up for the whole experience.
ये वीडियो वाली टेलीकास्ट चलने वाली थी.
ट्रेन में चूका हैदराबाद से कराची वो जो कितनी बंजर ज़मीन है 1.5 कलाक की मट्टी वाली ज़मीन है मट्टी वाली है ना वो तो वो तक ही फायदा होते ना वो तो कम चाहिए जो रोड वो गड्डी वाले जो बाई रोड है सफर है ना वो कम भी है.
Flight times in the summer are between 5:30 to 7:30, and in the winter they are 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And please keep in mind the free transfers are only from Pamukkale, Antalya, and Khmer and Marmaris. And if you're in Denizli, it may cost you extra. It's entirely dependent on your pilot where he decides to land. But before you land, your balloon will soar over the white Travertine terraces of Pamukkale and the magnificent ancient structures. And you will have plenty of opportunity to make videos and photographs of this whole experience. There was even a small camcorder that they placed outside of the balloon which records the whole journey. We landed about a kilometer away from the cotton castle into some random fields. The only recommendation I have is to go on the day where it's sunny, so check the weather before you book. Once back to Earth, the balloon was deflated, and we were served with a chilled glass of champagne to toast the extraordinary experience. We all also received a flight certificate to commemorate this unforgettable experience.
After you land, they actually give you some champagne and a certificate to say that you have actually done this, which is a very cool thing to do as well. Again, a great experience nonetheless. So, of course, I don't drink myself, so they have some non-alcoholic drinks as well. So this is apple juice for those of my Muslim friends who are watching, and all the people who are not drinking and who may be judging me that I might be lying or something. This is something that they offer. So I would encourage you guys to do that, of course.
I will give this experience a solid 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend you guys should check it out.
So that was an absolutely incredible experience, I must say. I would not, I don't say that out too much, believe it or not, but that was absolutely beautiful. And I would definitely recommend that when you guys come over here, definitely check this place out. 110%, especially ballooning in the morning. Something that I would definitely recommend. Also go into the pools as well and really enjoy yourself. I did that. I'll probably link in of that video over here, so you guys can check that out, of course, as well. I would also like you to say thank you so much for coming on to the channel. Thank you so much for supporting me as well. I would definitely recommend that you guys kindly subscribe to this channel and like the video as well, and write down in the comments below if you have any questions. DM me on my Instagram as well, that's also in the description. Anything you have, you want to get in touch, absolutely no problem. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. All right, I'm gonna head off now to another place called Sezmi in Turkey, and I'll put those vlogs up as well. Thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome. Take care. See ya.